टेस्ट करो।
खीर
अच्छी है?
वाह, केटरिंग का अपना स्टार्टअप शुरू कर दो तुम।
गुड आइडिया। स्कूल के बाद टाइम भी होता है, पर किराए के घर में जगह कहाँ है?
अपना 2 BHK हो तो घर तो हमें लेना ही है।
हम दोनों की सैलरी से होम लोन भी मैनेज हो जाएगा।
मतलब अपना घर भी डन और बिजनेस भी सेट।
तो मतलब EMI इंस्टॉलमेंट नहीं बल्कि
इन्वेस्टमेंट होगी।
ये? इनकम है।
कुछ अपना करो, अपने हिसाब से जियो। PNB हाउसिंग, घर की बात।
कब जाएंगे स्पेन?
मेरा बोनस आ गया है।
होम लोन भी 30 साल का है।
EMIs तो इजीली मैनेज हो रहे हैं।
तो चले स्पेन।
चलो।
For home loans that are easy to live with, PNB हाउसिंग, घर की बात।
अच्छा सुनो, छोटी की शादी के लिए पैसे भेज दिए हैं।
क्या जरूरत है? अभी तो घर लिया है तुम दोनों ने।
घर तो हमने 90% लोन पे लिया है, तो हमारी सेविंग्स सही हैं।
For home loans that are easy to live with, PNB हाउसिंग, घर की बात।
और अब मुझे महसूस होता है कि ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रेडी है फीमेल्स को आगे पहुंचाने के लिए और उनके ड्रीम्स को फुलफिल करने के लिए।
आज बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। फर्स्ट टाइम मैं कैमरे के आगे हूँ और अपनी जर्नी शेयर कर रही हूँ।
We grew with this company having known to be known as a part of PNB Housing Finance, which has created a niche for itself in the industry.
I think the biggest achievement on a personal front for me would be I became a mother here. Yeah, and company supported me to the fullest, I would say. When I wanted extended leave, that was also given to me.
We at PNB Housing, we put people first as our agenda, be it our own employees or our customers.
Here we are not just colleagues, we are a family. That is the magic family, bound with shared values and goals.
Everything is so effortless in this company that you will be recognized, rewarded, and appreciated at every level for whatever good you have done.
अभी बिजनेस एक्सपैंड नहीं किया ना तो हमेशा स्मॉल स्केल ही रह जाएंगे।
Need quick cash? Loan against property from PNB Housing.
पापा, एडमिशन मिल गया। आपका बेटा फॉरेन एजुकेट हो रहा है।
Need quick cash? Loan against property from PNB Housing.
पापा ये अभिषेक है.
Need quick cash? Loan against property from PNB Housing.
पीएनबी हाउसिंग फाइनेंस बहुत अच्छी सर्विस प्रोवाइड करती है. आफ्टर सेल सपोर्ट भी बहुत अच्छा है, कस्टमर सपोर्ट अच्छा है और 100% ट्रांसपेरेंसी हम लोगों ने देखी. कहीं पे भी कोई हिडन चार्जेस या ऐसे कुछ भी हमको मैनिपुलेशन नहीं था. यहाँ के जो स्टाफ है वो बहुत प्रॉम्प्ट और प्रोएक्टिव थे, तो उनसे हमको बहुत मदद मिली. उन्होंने सारे डॉक्यूमेंटेशन हमारे प्रोएक्टिवली कर दिए, तो इससे हमारा लोन भी जल्दी से हो गया और घर भी हमारा जल्दी से रजिस्ट्री हो गई. सब कुछ काम सिंपल और स्मूथ हो गया. अपना खुद का घर लेने का कोई सही वक्त नहीं है. जितना जल्दी आप इसको साकार करना चाहते हो उतना जल्दी आप करो, क्योंकि घर लेने के बाद में जो सेटिस्फेक्शन होता है अपने घर में रहने का, सिक्योरिटी और सारी चीज़ें, तो वो अपने घर की बात अलग होती है. और आप अगर कहीं रेंटेड हो या लीज पे हो तो वहाँ पे वो सारी चीज़ें आपको मिस लगेगी. जो पीएनबी हाउसिंग की टैगलाइन है, उम्मीदों की रोशनी, ये प्रैक्टिकली एप्लीकेबल भी है, क्योंकि इसने हमारी उम्मीदों की रोशनी को उड़ान दी और हमको ये सपना साकार करने में मदद की.
मैं घर में तो चलाता हूँ गन्ने की मशीन, और बाकी सीजन में वो टैक्सी चलाता हूँ, टैक्सी ड्राइवर हूँ मैं. मैंने कैसा काम करेंगे, अब की बार अपना घर का ही मकान बनाएंगे कैसे भी करके. हमारे भाई साहब ने बताया कि ऐसा काम करो, आप लोन ले लो इस पर, बाकी पैसे दे दो और लोन करवा लो, किस्त जाती रहेगी महीने के महीने. फिर मैंने 3 लोग जी संपर्क किया, कागज़ लगाए, जो भी काम हुआ तो 1-2 दिन ही बुलाए, भाग दौड़ कम हुई. फिर मेरा लोन भी हो गया, कोई परेशानी नहीं आई, सब काम कंप्लीट हो गया मेरा. पीएनबी हाउसिंग टीम ने मेरी बहुत अच्छी मदद करी. मेरी मन में ये चलती है कि बूढ़े में होंगे तो बच्चा बच्चे सोचेंगे अपना पिताजी ने अपने लिए एक मकान तो बना दिया जयपुर में.
हमारे पास मकान नहीं था, तो इसलिए हम चाहते भाई हमारे भी मकान हो. हाँ, दोस्त ने बताया था भाई पीएनबी हाउस में आप लोन ले लो, उसमें मकान बन जाएगा. हमारा पीएनबी हाउसिंग से बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से लोन हुआ है, कागज में कोई दिक्कत नहीं आई है. और पैसे लोन होने के बाद पैसे समय समय जब चाहे तब पैसे मिल गए, और पूरा अच्छी तरह से पैसे मिल गए और हमारा काम हो गया. भाई मेरा मकान बनाया तो मैं दोस्तों को भी बोलूँगा कि पीएनबी फाइनेंस से लोन लीजिए आप, और बढ़िया समय से पैसा देगा, कागज कार्रवाई में भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी.
மோர் தென் 30 இயர்ஸாக நாங்கள் வாடகை வீட்டில் தான் இருந்தோம். அதுவே ஒரு ரொம்ப என்னோட எல்லாருமே சொந்த வீட்டில் இருந்தாங்க. என்னோட சொந்தக்காரங்க எல்லாருமே, நான் மட்டுமே வாடகை வீட்டில் இருந்தேன். அதுவே எனக்கு பெரிய ஒரு மன உளைச்சலாகவே இருந்தது, எனக்கு டென்ஷனாகவே இருந்தது. என்னோட கேட்குறவங்களா இன்னும் வீடு இல்லையா இன்னுமா வாங்காத இருக்கீங்கன்னு எல்லாருமே கேட்பாங்க. 10 இயர்ஸாக நான் நிறைய வீடெல்லாம் சொந்தமாக வாங்குறதுக்காக பார்த்துருந்தேன். ஏன்னா ஹஸ்பண்டுக்கு லோன் இருந்தது. அப்போ எங்கள் ஃபேமிலி ஃப்ரெண்டு கணேசன் சார் பேங்க் ரிட்டையர்ட் மேனேஜர். அவர் தான் இந்த பிஎன்பி ஹவுசிங் ரோஷினி ஸ்கீமில் எங்களுக்கு லோன் எலிஜிபிள் பண்ணி கொடுத்தாங்க. அவங்களையும் நல்ல சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல்லாக கிளைண்ட் கஸ்டமரை வந்து பேங்க்கில் இருக்கிற ஸ்டாஃப்ஸ் எல்லாம் ரொம்ப நல்ல மாதிரியாக நடத்துனாங்க. எந்த ஒரு பேப்பர்ஸ்க்கும் அலைய விடாமல் அவங்களே வந்து எல்லாமே மூவ் பண்ணி சைன் மட்டும்தான் என்கிட்ட வாங்கினாங்க. அதனால் அது ரொம்ப சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷன் ஆகுது. இப்போ பெண்களுக்கெல்லாம் என்ன மாதிரி பெண்களுக்கெல்லாம் என்ன சொல்கிறேன்னா, நான் இப்போ சொந்தமாக நானே ஒரு வீடு வாங்கிட்டு என்னோட பிஸ்னஸை நம்பி, அதனால் நீங்களும் போய் ஒரு பேங்க்கில் அப்ரோச் பண்ணி சொந்தமாக வீடு வாங்குறதோ மற்ற எந்த ஒரு தேவைகளுக்கும் நீங்கள் போய் அப்ரோச் பண்ணலாம். தைரியமாக பெண்கள்லாம் வெளியே வரணும், வெளியே வந்து சொந்த காலில் நிற்கணும். கடைசியாக அந்த செக் வாங்குற அன்னைக்கு, ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் ஆஃபீஸ் செக் வாங்குற அன்னைக்கு ரொம்ப மன நிறைவாக இருந்தது, ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருந்தது. ஒரு வாழ்நாளெல்லாம் எவ்வளோ 35 இயர்ஸாக நான் கனவு கண்ட அந்த இது நினைவானது எனக்கு உண்மையிலே ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். நான் ரொம்ப இந்த நேரத்தில் பிஎன்பி ஹவுசிங் அந்த எல்லாருக்கும், அந்த டீமுக்கு மொத்தமாக நான் தேங்க் பண்ணுறேன். நான் கடவுளுக்கும் நன்றி சொல்கிறேன்.
நாங்கள் சின்ன வீடாக தான் இருந்துச்சு. நீங்கள் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க பின்னாடி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இவ்வளோ பெரிய வீடாக கட்டுறதுக்கு வந்து பேங்க் தான் எங்களுக்கு வந்து ஹெல்ப் பண்ணாங்க. ஒரு 3 வருஷமாக யோசிக்க ஆரம்பித்தோம். சரி பெரிய வீடு கட்டலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு. எதனாலனா வீடு வந்து ஃபுல்லாக கிராக் வேற விட்டு போச்சு. எப்போ கீழே விழுன்றதே தெரியல, அந்த நிலைமைக்கு ஆயிடுச்சு. மழை வெயில் எல்லாம் ஊறி ஊறி அதனால் ஒரு 3 வருஷமாக கொஞ்சம் பிரயாசப்பட்டோம், எப்படியாவது கெட்டிடலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. எங்கள் ஃபேமிலி மெம்பர்ஸ் ஒருத்தவங்க சரத்குமார்ன்றவங்க, அவங்க சித்தப்பா வந்து ஜெகநாதன்றவங்க, அவங்க தான் வந்து பிஎன்பி ஹவுசிங் லோன் ரோஷினி ஸ்கீமில் வந்து அப்ளை பண்ணலாம், உங்களுக்கு உடனே நாங்கள் லோன் வாங்கி கொடுக்குறோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. நாங்கள் மற்ற எல்லா பேங்க்குக்குமே பார்த்தோம், எங்களுக்கு சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷனாகவே இல்லை. ஸோ சரி நாங்கள் அதனால் பிஎன்பி ரோஷினி ஸ்கீம்க்கே அப்ளை பண்ணலான்னு சொல்லிட்டு நாங்கள் அங்கே போயிட்டோம். ரொம்ப டாக்குமெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் எங்களுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப அதிகமாகலாம் கேட்கல. எங்ககிட்ட என்னென்ன இருக்கோ அதை மட்டும் கேட்டாங்க. நாங்கள் அது எல்லாமே கொடுத்த ஒரு 10 நாளைக்குள்ளார எங்களுக்கு வந்து கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. அதாவது அந்தந்த டைமில் எங்களுக்கு கரெக்டாக பணத்தையும் ரெடி பண்ணி கொடுத்தாங்க. ரோஷினி ஸ்கீம்லேருந்து வந்தாங்க, வந்து எங்ககிட்ட கேட்டாங்க, பேங்க்கில் கேஷ் உங்களுக்கு போடுவாங்களா இல்லை எப்படின்னு கேட்டாங்க. இல்லை எங்களுக்கு கேஷ் தான் கையில் கொடுப்பாங்கன்னு நாங்கள் சொன்னோம். சரி பரவாயில்ல அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு எங்களுக்கு வந்து ஹெல்ப் பண்ணாங்க. ஹெல்ப் பண்ணி எங்களுக்கு வாங்கியும் கொடுத்தாங்க. அதற்காக ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ்.
ஒன் இயராக நான் ட்ரை பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருந்தேன் ஹவுஸ் லோனுக்காக. ஆனால் இந்த பிஎன்பி ஹவுசிங் லோனு பக்காவாக எனக்கு பண்ணி கொடுத்தாங்க. வேறு எந்த பேங்க்லேயும் எனக்கு ரெஸ்பான்ஸே இல்லை. கேட்டு பார்த்தேன், எந்த பேங்க்லேயும் எனக்கு கொடுக்கல. என் ஃப்ரெண்டு மூலியமா கால் பண்ணி கேட்டேன், ஏதாவது பேங்க்கில் ஏதாவது லோன் கிடைக்குமான்னு. அதால் எனக்கு அபுன்ற ஒருத்தர் எனக்கு ஃப்ரெண்டு, என் காலேஜ் ஃப்ரெண்டு, அவருக்கு மூலியமா நான் ஃபோன் பண்ணி கேட்டதால அவர் நம்பர் கொடுத்து மாடசாமின்றவர் பிஎன்பி ஹவுசிங் லோனில் இருக்கிறார். மாடசாமி சார் தான் எனக்கு ரெக்வஸ்ட் பண்ணி எனக்கு பண்ணார். அவருக்கு ரொம்ப நன்றி. அவர் மூலியமாக தான் எனக்கு எல்லாமே ஓகே ஆகிடுச்சு. எல்லாமே நான் போய் சைன் போடுறது தான் எனக்கு வேலையாக இருந்துச்சு. அதுதான் ஐடி இல்லாமல் பண்ணி கொடுக்கறது பெரிய விஷயமா இருக்குது இந்த காலத்தில். டக்கு எல்லாமே ப்ராசஸ் எல்லாமே முடிச்சு ஹவுசிங் லோனில் பக்காவாக எனக்கு கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. இந்த லோன் வாங்கினப்போ வந்து மிஷின் வாங்கியிருக்கேன் சார். அப்புறமா ஹெல்மெட்ஸு எல்லாமே ஸ்பேர் பார்ட்ஸு எல்லாமே நல்ல மூவ்மெண்ட் ஆகிடுச்சு. இப்போ நல்ல ஸ்பேர் எனக்கு நல்ல முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுத்து ஒரு நாளைக்கு நான் 20,000 வியாபாரம் பண்ணுறேன் சேல்ஸு. கஷ்டப்பட்டு தான் ஒரு கடையில் வேலை பார்த்து தான் இவ்வளோ காலமாக நான் வந்திருக்கேன். இப்போ நான் ஒரு 10 பேருக்கு நான் வேலை கொடுத்துட்ருக்கேன். 10 குடும்பம் என்னால் வேலை செய்கிறாங்க. நீங்கள் லைஃப்பில் பெரிய ஆள் ஆகணுன்னா பிஎன்பி ஹவுசிங் லோனை அணுகுங்க, உடனே வேலையை முடிச்சு கொடுப்பாங்க.
मी रूम घेतल्यापासून आई बाबा खूप आनंदात आहे. घरात 3 लोक असते, आई बाबा आणि मी. आता नवीन म्हणलो एक फ्लॅट मध्ये राहायचं आहे, त्यामुळे मी घर बघायला 5-6 महिने बघितले. एक माझा मित्र होता, ते बोलले ते पंजाब नॅशनल बँक मध्ये लोन असे भेटते. तर मी माहिती काढली, आपल्याला समजून सांगितले होते, असे माहिती दिली होती. तिथे चांगली सेवा भेटत होती, त्यामुळे मी पंजाब नॅशनल बँक मध्ये गेलो. पंजाब नॅशनल बँक मध्ये लोन जेव्हा सक्सेसफुल झाले तेव्हा चांगले वाटले. असे तर काही गडबड नाही, काय नाही, एकदम लोन देण्यासाठी चांगले. माझे डॉक्युमेंट पूर्ण नव्हते. PNB मधून हाऊसिंग मधून लोन भेटले. मार्केटमध्ये कुठे लोन भेटत नव्हते. आणि तिथे गेले, तिथे सर्व टीमने सहकार्य केले. मला लोन घेताना रूम बघताना चांगले वाटले. घरामध्ये ते बिल्डिंगचा परिसर चांगला आहे. बिल्डिंगच्या इथं तर मी नाच्यावरती सांगणार, कारण तिथं चांगली सोय भेटते. तिथे चांगल्या पद्धतीने मार्गदर्शन देते. तिथं कागदपत्रे डॉक्युमेंटेशन देते. मी आता नवीन घर घेतले. आता मी माझ्या लग्नाचा विचार करणार आहे. तर मुंबईमध्ये रूम घेतली. आता मला चांगल्या घरातली मुलगी भेटेल.
PNB हाऊसिंग हा माझ्यासाठी सपोर्ट आणि आधारस्तंभ झालेला आहे. आणि माझ्या मित्रांना सुद्धा रेकमेंड करेन की तुम्ही लोन करताना PNB हाऊसिंग मधूनच करा. माझं एक छोटंसं स्वप्न होतं की एक घर घ्यावा स्वतःचं. त्याच्यासाठी मी पडक्यामध्ये एक फ्लॅट घेतलं. फ्लॅटमध्ये मला इन्व्हेस्टमेंटसाठी पैसे कमी पडत होते. मला कल्पेश जाधव यांनी मला ते सजेस्ट केलं की PNB हाऊसिंगच्या माध्यमातून तुला कमी पडलेलं भांडवल हे ते तुला पूर्ण करून देतील. PNB हाऊसिंग लोनकडनं मला खूप सपोर्ट भेटला. त्यांनी मला एक घर पूर्ण करण्यासाठी, माझं स्वप्न पूर्ण करण्यासाठी त्यांनी मला सपोर्ट केलेलं आहे. बाकीच्या लोनवाल्यांकडनं फक्त मला आश्वासन भेटत होते, त्यांच्याकडनं पूर्ण होत नव्हते. पण PNB हाऊसिंगनी मला एका महिन्याच्या आतमध्ये मला पूर्ण भांडवल उपलब्ध करून दिलं. एका कॉलमध्येच मला होते की माझा पेपरवर्क कम्प्लीट करून घेतलं ते एका फंडमध्येच, आणि मॅक्झिमम 15 दिवसामध्ये माझं लोन कम्प्लीट करून मला चेकही हँडओव्हर करा. PNB हाऊसिंग बँकेकडनं प्रॉपर मला त्यांच्याकडनं सपोर्ट भेटला, आणि प्रत्येक वेळी मला जेव्हा अडचण आला त्यावेळेस त्यांनी मला चांगला सपोर्ट करून प्रॉपर माझे कॉल वगैरे सगळे त्यांनी उचलले. जेव्हा माझ्या हातामध्ये चेक ते दिलं, असं वाटत नव्हतं की ते एवढ्या लवकर मध्ये मला चेक हँडओव्हर करतील म्हणून. शेअर काय झालं तर माझं स्वतःचं घर झालंय, तीच खूप मोठी गोष्ट आहे माझ्यासाठी. परिवाराचं जर रिएक्शन बोलाल तर आज माझं स्वप्न पूर्ण झालं हे त्यांना बघून खूप बरं वाटलं, आणि त्या सगळे हॅपी आहेत की आज मुलांनी स्वतःच्या पायावर उभा राहून स्वतःचं घर घेतलेलं आहे.
खरं तर मला वेळेमध्ये लोन मिळालं, म्हणजे वेळेत मला गरज होती. आता मला 5 वर्ष माझ्या रिटायरमेंटला राहिले, तर 5 वर्षाचंच बरोबर शेड्यूल करून आणि अगदी परफेक्ट टायमिंगवर नवीन घर पण 5 वर्षात, आणि लोनचे हप्ते वगैरे एकदम सुलभ माझ्या पगारात परवडण्यासारखे, आणि माझी फॅमिलीचं संगोपन करून व्यवस्थित मला तेवढे हप्ते मी भरू शकते, अशा पद्धतीने मला लोनचं बेनिफिट मिळाला. म्हणजे मी पडग्यातच राहत होती 2005 मध्ये, तेव्हा आम्ही फ्लॅट घेतले. पण आता जुना झालाय ना, मग आम्हाला नवीन घराची गरज पडली, आणि मुलं पण मोठी झाली, त्याच्यामुळे जागा वगैरे जास्त मग मोठा घ्यायची गरज पडली. कल्पेश जाधव जे आमच्याशी कनेक्टेड होते ना, त्यांनी मला PNBचं सांगितलं. म्हणजे दुसरे पण फायनान्स मला दाखवले, परंतु मला PNBचं चांगलं वाटलं, आणि मी तेच फायनान्स निवडलं. लोन प्रोसेस सुरू केल्यानंतर जसे जसे त्यांनी डॉक्युमेंट्स वगैरे मागवले तसंच, आणि चांगला म्हणजे अनुभव चांगला आला की व्यवस्थित मला ट्रीट केलं, की जे पेपर्स वगैरे मला कुठे जास्त काही जाण्याची वगैरे फेऱ्या मारण्याची गरज नाही पडली, आणि त्यांचे व्याज रेट किंवा त्यांचं हे सर्व्हिस, आणि त्यानुसार मी त्या प्रोसेसमध्ये जात गेले, तर चांगलं मला म्हणजे सहकार्य चांगलं मिळालं, रिप्लाय चांगले मिळाले, आणि कुठे फेऱ्या मारायला नाही लागल्या जास्त, त्याचा त्रास नाही झाला. माझ्या जर नातेवाईकांना, कुटुंबियांना कोणाला गरज वाटली लोनची, तर मी त्यांना हेच सजेशन देईन का PNB हाऊसिंग लोनचं हे करा, यूज करा.
टेस्ट करो।
खीर
अच्छी है?
वाह, केटरिंग का अपना स्टार्टअप शुरू कर दो तुम।
गुड आइडिया। स्कूल के बाद टाइम भी होता है, पर किराए के घर में जगह कहाँ है?
अपना 2 BHK हो तो घर तो हमें लेना ही है।
हम दोनों की सैलरी से होम लोन भी मैनेज हो जाएगा।
मतलब अपना घर भी डन और बिजनेस भी सेट।
तो मतलब EMI इंस्टॉलमेंट नहीं बल्कि
इन्वेस्टमेंट होगी।
कम है।
कुछ अपना करो, अपने हिसाब से जियो। PNB हाउसिंग, घर की बात।
कब जाएंगे स्पेन?
मेरा बोनस आ गया है।
होम लोन भी 30 साल का है।
EMI तो इजीली मैनेज हो रहे हैं।
तो चले स्पेन।
चलो।
For home loans that are easy to live with, PNB हाउसिंग, घर की बात।
अच्छा सुनो, छोटी की शादी के लिए पैसे भेज दिए हैं।
क्या जरूरत है? अभी तो घर लिया है तुम दोनों ने।
घर तो हमने 90% लोन पे लिया है, तो हमारी सेविंग्स सही हैं।
For home loans that are easy to live with, PNB हाउसिंग, घर की बात।
और अब मुझे महसूस होता है कि ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रेडी है फीमेल्स को आगे पहुंचाने के लिए और उनके ड्रीम्स को फुलफिल करने के लिए।
आज बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। फर्स्ट टाइम मैं कैमरे के आगे हूँ और अपनी जर्नी शेयर कर रही हूँ।
We grew with this company having known to be known as a part of PNB Housing Finance, which has created a niche for itself in the industry.
I think the biggest achievement on a personal front for me would be I became a mother here. Yeah, and the company supported me to the fullest, I would say. When I wanted extended leave, that was also given to me.
We at PNB Housing, we put people first as our agenda, be it our own employees or our customers.
Here we are not just colleagues, we are a family. That is the magic family, bound with shared values and goals.
Everything is so effortless in this company that you will be recognized, rewarded, and appreciated at every level for whatever good you have done.
पापा, अभी बिजनेस एक्सपैंड नहीं किया ना तो हमेशा स्मॉल स्केल ही रह जाएंगे।
Need quick cash? Loan against property from PNB Housing.
पापा, एडमिशन मिल गया। आपका बेटा फॉरेन एजुकेट हो रहा है।
Need quick cash?
Loan against property from PNB Housing.
पापा ये अभिषेक है.
Need quick cash?
Loan against property from PNB Housing.
पीएनबी हाउसिंग फाइनेंस बहुत अच्छी सर्विस प्रोवाइड करती है। आफ्टर सेल सपोर्ट भी बहुत अच्छा है, कस्टमर सपोर्ट अच्छा है और 100% ट्रांसपेरेंसी हम लोगों ने देखी। कहीं पे भी कोई हिडन चार्जेस या ऐसे कुछ भी हमको मैनिपुलेशन नहीं था। यहाँ के जो स्टाफ है वो बहुत प्रॉम्प्ट और प्रोएक्टिव थे, तो उनसे हमको बहुत मदद मिली। उन्होंने सारे डॉक्यूमेंटेशन हमारे प्रोएक्टिवली कर दिए, तो इससे हमारा लोन भी जल्दी से हो गया और घर भी हमारा जल्दी से रजिस्ट्री हो गई। सब कुछ काम सिंपल और स्मूथ हो गया। अपना खुद का घर लेने का कोई सही वक्त नहीं है। जितना जल्दी आप इसको साकार करना चाहते हो उतना जल्दी आप करो, क्योंकि घर लेने के बाद में जो सेटिस्फेक्शन होता है अपने घर में रहने का, सिक्योरिटी और सारी चीज़ें, तो वो अपने घर की बात अलग होती है। और आप अगर कहीं रेंटेड हो या लीज पे हो तो वहाँ पे वो सारी चीज़ें आपको मिस लगेगी। जो पीएनबी हाउसिंग की टैगलाइन है, उम्मीदों की रोशनी, ये प्रैक्टिकली एप्लीकेबल भी है, क्योंकि इसने हमारी उम्मीदों की रोशनी को उड़ान दी और हमको ये सपना साकार करने में मदद की।
मैं गर्मी तो चलाता हूँ गन्ने की मशीन और बाकी सीजन में वो टैक्सी चलाता हूँ, टैक्सी ड्राइवर हूँ मैं। मैंने कहा ऐसा काम करेंगे, अब की बार अपना घर का ही मकान बनाएंगे कैसे भी करके। हमारे भाई साहब ने बताया कि ऐसा काम करो, आप लोन ले लो इस पर, बाकी पैसे दे दो और लोन करवा लो, किस्त जाती रहेगी महीने के महीने। फिर मैंने 3 लोग जी संपर्क किया, कागज लगाए, जो भी काम हुआ जो 1-2 दिन ही बुलाए, भाग दौड़ कम हुई, फिर मेरा लोन भी हो गया, कोई परेशानी नहीं आई, सब काम कंप्लीट हो गया मेरा। पीएनबी हाउसिंग टीम ने मेरी बहुत अच्छी मदद करी। मेरी मन में ये चलती है कि बूढ़े में होंगे तो बच्चा बच्चे सोचेंगे अपना पिताजी ने अपने लिए एक मकान तो बना दिया जयपुर में।
Dear shareholders, good afternoon and a warm welcome to you all to the 36th Annual General Meeting of PNB Housing Finance Limited through video conferencing. For the smooth conduct of the meeting, members will be in mute mode and audio and video will be opened only for the pre-registered speaker shareholders to enable them to speak at the AGM. Please note that as per the requirements, the proceedings of the annual general meeting are being recorded. Over to Ms. Veena G. Kamath, Company Secretary of PNB Housing Finance Limited.
Namaskar. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I, Veena G. Kamath, Company Secretary of your company, welcome all the members, our Chairman, the Managing Director, and all the members of the Board of the company, partners from T.R. Chadda and Company and Singhi and Company, our statutory auditors, partners from Vinod Kothari and Company, our secretarial auditor, the scrutinizer, special invitees, and the key managerial personnel of the company to this 36th annual general meeting of the company on this 12th day of August 2024, Monday, commencing at 3 p.m. The meeting is convened through video conferencing and other audiovisual means in accordance with the circulars and guidelines issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India and applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI Listing Obligations and Disclosure Requirements Regulation 2015. I wish to introduce our chairman and the board members participating in this meeting. Our chairman, Mr. Atul Kumar Goyal, is the managing director and CEO of Punjab National Bank. He is the non-executive nominee director on the board of our company. He is participating in this meeting from the boardroom of the company. Mr. Girish Kauski is the managing director and chief executive officer of the company. He is also participating from the boardroom of the company. Mr. Sunil Kaul is the non-executive nominee director. He is attending this meeting from Singapore. Mr. Chandrasekaran Ramakrishnan is an independent director. He is the chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and IT Strategy Committee. He is attending this AGM from Chennai. Mr. Nilesh Vikamse is an independent director and he is the chairman of the Audit Committee. He is attending this meeting from Mumbai. Mr. Sudarshan Sen is an independent director and attending this meeting from New Delhi. Dr. Tejendra Mohan Basim is an independent director and he is the chairman of the Risk Management Committee and the Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. He is attending this AGM from New Delhi. Mr. Neeraj Vyas is a non-executive, non-independent director and he is the chairman of the Credit Committee of the board. He is attending this AGM from Indore. Ms. Geeta Nair is an independent director and the chairperson of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee. She is attending this meeting from Mumbai. Mr. Pawan Kaushal is an independent director and he is attending this AGM from Mumbai. Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain is a non-executive nominee director. He is attending this AGM from New Delhi. Participation of members through video conferencing is reckoned for the purpose of quorum as per the circulars issued by MCA and SEBI and in terms of Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013. I hereby confirm that the requisite quorum as required under law is present in this meeting. I now request the chairman to preside over the meeting.
Dear members, very good afternoon to all. I welcome you all the 36th annual general meeting of the PNB Housing Finance Limited. It is a pleasure to connect with you all through this meeting on video conferencing on behalf of the company's board as well as on behalf of the board of directors. I would like to thank you for joining us today. The company secretary has just informed that the quorum is present and I call the meeting to order. The company secretary will now provide general instruction to the members.
Dear members, the annual report, the notice of this 36th annual general meeting, together with instructions for remote e-voting today, and instructions for attending the meeting on VC and process for registration of email IDs were sent to all the members who had registered their email IDs. The said documents were sent on the 17th of July 2024 through NSDL. The addendum to the AGM notice was sent to the members through emails on August 1st, 2024. These documents are also available on the website of the company and on the website of National Stock Exchange of India Limited and BSE Limited, where the securities of the company are listed, and also made available on the website of NSDL. We had received requests from 59 members for physical copies of annual reports, and the reports were dispatched. The company has made arrangements for the members to participate in this meeting through the video conferencing facility provided by NSDL. Facility for joining this meeting through video conference or other audio-visual means is on a first come, first serve basis. Members have been provided with the facility to exercise their voting right to vote by electronic means, both through remote e-voting and e-voting during the AGM. Since the AGM is being held through VC in accordance with the MCA circulars, the facility for appointment of proxies by the members has not been made available. Remote e-voting facility was made available for all the 8 agenda items during the period commencing from August 8, 2024, Thursday, 9 a.m. till August 11, 2024, Sunday, 5 p.m. All the members who are holding shares as on the cutoff date, that was August 6, 2024, are entitled to vote in terms of the applicable rules. Members joining the meeting through video conferencing who have not cast their vote using remote e-voting facility may vote today through e-voting facility provided on the NSDL portal. The members who have already cast their vote by remote e-voting prior to this AGM shall not be entitled to cast their vote again. The company has received requests from 32 members to register as speakers at the meeting. Accordingly, the moderator will facilitate the speakers one by one to express their views when the chairman opens the floor for question and answers. Members may ask their queries during the meeting through communication box appearing on their screen. Members are requested to type your email IDs also. In case of paucity of time, the responses can be sent by email to such members. Answers to the queries will be given suitably in the last. I also draw the attention of the members to the fact that the requisite documents as referred in the notice are available for inspection electronically during the AGM. Members seeking to inspect such documents can also send their request to investor.services@pnbhousing.com. Thus, I confirm to the chairman that all efforts have been made by the company to enable the members to participate and vote on the items being considered at this meeting. I now request the chairman to present his statement.
Thank you very much, Madam Veena Kamath. Dear shareholders, very good afternoon to all. Firstly, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the Board of Members to all our investors and the shareholders for their support and confidence in the company's growth prospect. With your belief in our vision, we are motivated to continue striving for excellence and delivering long-term value. I am thankful for all your unwavering support and commitment in our journey. It gives me immense pleasure to address you and present the 36th annual report along with consolidated financial statement of PNB Housing Finance Limited for the financial year ended March 31, 2024. As far as economic review and outlook is concerned, despite challenges faced in the global economy such as geopolitical conflict and high inflation, the Indian economy demonstrated another year of stupendous growth driven by increasing disposable income, buoyant domestic consumption, and favorable demographics. It is estimated to have grown by 8.2% in the real term in financial year 2023-24. High income growth in urban centers increased consumer confidence level, resulting in robust consumption expenditure. Credit growth exhibited significant strength during the fiscal year under review. Notable credit expansion in India has consistently exceeded deposit growth by a substantial margin. This growth has been primarily driven by personal loan, bolstered by enhanced digitalization, and prominently supported by non-banking financial companies sector. Driven by better than expected performance of the advanced economies, especially the US, the global economic outlook remained stable for 2024. However, India is expected to continue its position in the global scenario and register a growth of 7.2% in the financial year 24-25. The optimism stems from both public and the private investment and an anticipated recovery in the rural income owing to the anticipated normalcy in the monsoon cycle. Also, a healthy balance sheet of the corporate sector is expected to drive upward financial cycle. Further, the government of India's favorable policy reforms, incentive for the consumers, and sustained investment in augmenting the country's physical digital infrastructure helped create a foundation for robust growth. To sum up, India is expected to continue being one of the fastest growing economy in the world. Indian housing finance sector industry, the upward growth trajectory witnessed in the country's economy also reflected its impact on the real estate sector. In financial year 2024, the scale of the top 7 cities increased by 17% year on year to 712 million square feet. supported by continued healthy demand from end users. The decadal low inventory and the favorable year to sale are anticipated to lead real estate developer to expand their launch pipelines, resulting in healthy housing loan demand. The housing finance company on book portfolio grown estimated to grow at 12 to 14% for the financial year 2025 in light of the robust launch pipeline and vacant demand. As on 31st March 2024, the aggregate on book housing loan portfolio of NBFCs as well as the housing finance company and bank stood approximately rupees 24.9 lakh crore. This figure which I am giving only for the housing finance company and engaged in the NBFCs. Housing credit increase at a compound annual growth rate of the 14% during March 2029 to March 24. The growth trajectory to affordable housing segment, significant housing shortage and lower mortgage penetration augurs well for the growth of the affordable housing segment in India. Housing finance companies like PNB Housing with the loan products for affordable segment like Rosni with a geographically diversified portfolio, deep distribution focus, nice customer segment in tier 2, tier 3 cities and smaller towns with granular underwriting model are attractively positioned to capture the opportunities. Further, the government inputs on housing for all, along with multiple initiatives to drive home ownership, mean a conducive growth environment for the housing finance company and affordable housing finance companies. Under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, PMAY, since 2015-16, over 4.21 crore houses has been sanctioned. The cabinet has decided to further expand the PMAY and construct 3 crore additional rural and urban houses. Further, in the union budget financial year 2024-25 under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban 2.0 to address housing needs of 1 crore urban poor and middle class families, the investment of INR 10 lakhs crore, including the central assistance of INR 2.2 lakh crore in next 5 years to be made. The long-term outlook for house finance company remain positive, supported by a large underserved market under affordable housing segment, favorable demographics, housing shortage, and government incentives like tax benefit, subsidies, and schemes like Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Further, the key factors like demography with projected average age in India of 31 years by 2034 with an estimated 1 billion Indians between the age of 15 to 64 years working age bracket, expected per capita income growth up to USD 4,000 by 2030. Millennials and young working population preferring to buy a house after the pandemic and India's low mortgage penetration rate would be driving the growth of housing sector in India. As far as business overview of PNB Housing Finance is concerned, PNB Housing Finance is a trusted brand in the housing finance sector with more than 3.5 decades of specialized experience in enabling dreams of the home ownership for millions of Indians through 300 outlets spread over the various states. The managing director and CEO will brief you on the sector and company's performance during financial year 2024 in his address. Corporate governance. We prioritize sound corporate governance and remain stand fast in our commitment to ethical corporate practices. Our actions are guided by the principle of ethics, transparency, fairness, professionalism, and accountability. These values serve as the foundation of the actions of our employees and management. We recognize the importance of upholding the trust and confidence reposed in us by practicing sound governance principles and consistently fostering a culture of integrity. We aim to ensure that your company operates in a manner that aligns with the best interests of our stakeholders. As far as outlook is concerned, considering the industry structure, opportunity and threats, risks and concerns, mitigating tools, internal control, including human capital, etc., discussed in detail above, PNB Housing Finance has a huge potential for growth and poised to leap forward in financial year 25 in meeting the housing needs of millions of individuals. The company will have consistent focus on ethical practices, driving quality growth, maintaining a good assets quality and liquidity, enhancing profitability, and managing highest governance standards. Acknowledgements: I express my appreciation to my fellow board members for their invaluable contribution towards strengthening the company. I thank the investors, shareholders, and customers for their trust and support. I thank the leadership team and our employees for their efforts to steer through the challenges and determination to create a stronger PNB Housing Finance. I also wish to thank the regulators, that is Reserve Bank of India, the National Housing Bank, the Security and Exchange Board of India, stock exchanges, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the promoter banks and other bankers, the auditors, our esteemed customers, our authorities and agencies who have provided continued support and have been instrumental in our success. I extend my sincere thanks to all stakeholders for their trust and confidence in your company. With regard, as informed by the company secretary, the AGM notice, annual report, and all the relevant documents have been sent by electronic mode to those members whose email addresses are registered with the company or depositories. These documents have also been made available on the company's website. Considering the same, I would like to take the notice dated 18th June 2024 and the addendum to the notice dated 1st August 2024 relating to the 36th annual general meeting of the company as read. Now I request the company secretary to present the auditor's report for the financial year 2023-24. Over to you, madam, please.
Thank you, sir. Dear members, Mrs. T.R. Chadda and Company and Mrs. Singhi and Company, the joint statutory auditors of the company, have given their unqualified audit report on the consolidated and standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ended March 31st, 2024. There are no qualifications, observations, or comments on the financial transactions or matters which have any adverse effect on the functioning of the company. Independent Auditor's Report on Audit of Ind AS financial statements, together with Annexure A relating to report on other legal and regulatory requirements, including report on the internal financial controls, are placed in page numbers 298 to 305 of the annual report. Mrs. Vinod Kothari and Company was appointed as the Secretarial Auditor as per Section 204 of the Companies Act for the financial year 2023-24. The report submitted by the Secretarial Auditor is placed as Annexure 6 to the Director's Report at page numbers 142 to 145 of the annual report. There are no qualifications, observations, or other remarks made by the Auditor. Hence, the Auditor's reports are being taken as read. Thank you. Now, with the permission of Chair, I request the Managing Director and CEO, Mr. Girish Kauski, to address the members.
Dear shareholders, esteemed colleagues and friends, it's with great pleasure that I welcome you all to our 36th annual general meeting. As we gather today, I'm reminded of the rich history that has shaped our company. We started a journey more than 3 decades back to recognize the cherished aspiration of individuals to own a home. Over the decades, we have successfully fulfilled the dream of lakhs of homeowners across the country. Currently, India stands as the fifth largest economy in the world and is poised to become a 5 trillion economy in the next 3 to 4 years. Stepping into what we proudly call the era of Viksit Bharat, this growth is fueled by the government's favorable policies, thriving manufacturing and services sectors, rising income levels, and substantial infrastructure investments, housing as a key pillar will remain vital to this growth journey, propelling the economy through its extensive forward and backward linkages. For many Indians, investing in housing is the largest financial commitment of their lives. With changing income profiles, the demand for housing across all segments is set to surge. Yet, mortgage penetration in India is among the lowest globally, around 12% as of March 2024, underscoring a significant growth potential for our sector. Your company has designed its strategic priorities to drive sustainable and profitable growth and enhance stakeholder value by expanding retail portfolio, strengthen asset quality, diversifying liability book, leveraging digital transformation, and enhancing customer experiences. As a result, we have set 5 priority areas for our collective efforts. First, on growth, we aim to deepen our retail loan book by targeting high yielding, affordable, and emerging market segment with dedicated vertical for sales, credit, operations, and collections. We commenced operations in affordable segment in Jan 2023 and achieved a loan book of 1790 crores within 15 months. This remarkable growth makes us the fastest growing player in the segment. Second, we have built pan-India distribution network of 300 branches with 160 branches for affordable, 50 for emerging markets, and 90 for a prime business. We plan to continue our expansion journey by adding 40 to 50 branches every year. Third, improving asset quality remains a priority, and we are committed to leverage advanced analytics and digital tools to maintain industry best in class asset quality. Additionally, we have verticalized the collection team based on resolution buckets to improve asset quality. Fourth, diversifying our funding mix is another focus area, exemplified by successful completion of a 2,494 crore rights issue in May 2023, which helped us to access debt market, improved our CRAR, and reduce leverage. Fifth, lastly, we are investing heavily in technology and analytics to strengthen our core and drive efficiency, ensuring we maintain a technological edge through significant investments in digitization. At the back of these strategies, we started seeing tangible results that validated the effectiveness of our approach. During the year, we disbursed 17,583 crores, reflecting a growth of 17.5% over FY23. We closed the financial year with loan asset of 65,358 crores, a growth of 10% on the overall book and 14.1% on the retail book. Our AUM as on 31st March 2024 stood at 71,243 crores. There was a remarkable improvement in asset quality, with gross NPA down by 57% year-on-year to INR 984 crores. As a result of our efforts to resolve delinquent accounts, we reported gross NPA of 1.5% at the end of FY24 against 3.83% at the end of FY23 and 8.13% at the end of FY22. The net NPA stood at 0.95% at the end of FY24. These proof points gave us confidence in our ability to navigate challenging market conditions and position PNB Housing Finance towards long-term success. During the year, on the back of business performance and rights issue, we restarted borrowing from debt capital market and received NHB refinance of 3,000 crores. We are a largest deposit-taking housing finance company in India, which contributed 30% to our total borrowing. We reported 44% growth in net profit to 1,508 crores in FY24 from 1,046 crores in FY23. Our return on assets improved to 2.2% in FY24 from 1.61% in FY23, and return on equity was 10.9% in FY24. The company is well capitalized with CRAR at 29.26% and leverage at 3.68 times as on 31st March 2024. Our credit rating was upgraded to AA plus by all the major agencies in India, that is ICRA, CARE, India Ratings, and most recently CRISIL as well, which will help in reducing the cost of borrowings further. Today, a geographic reach and focus on mortgage substantiate a strategy to tap into the evolving Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana landscape. The recently approved PMAY Urban 2 scheme by the government focuses on its commitment to inclusive growth. Under the said scheme, assistance will be provided to 1 crore urban poor and middle class families through state union territories, PLIs to construct, purchase, or rent a house at an affordable cost in urban areas in 5 years. The government assistance of 2.3 lakh crore will be provided under the scheme. This is a substantial stride towards the realization of the government's vision of housing for all, and your company with pan-India presence and multiple product segment is ready to seize the available opportunity. Now, as we look to the future, we are well positioned to build on a strong foundations within retail. We will concentrate on high yielding, affordable, and emerging market segments that will help in improving our margins. With the vast opportunities in the mortgage space, we plan to restart corporate lending, focusing on select builders and geographies, smaller loan ticket sizes, and funding construction finance segment. We aim to maintain corporate book size to less than 10% of our total loan assets. Our future outlook is one of growth and profitability. At PNB Housing Finance, we place the utmost importance on robust governance, ensuring transparency, accountability, and integrity in all our operations. With the objective of community building, our CSR arm, Pehel Foundation, spearheads initiatives aimed at the holistic development of underserved population, enhancing their quality of life. From education and healthcare to livelihood programs, the foundation has made a tangible difference in many lives. We take great pride in the way we have bounced back, and this could not have been possible without the army of champions, our employees, who are the backbone of our success, and we are proud to have a vintage team that has been with us for many years. Today, each one of us work with a growth mindset, joining forces to deliver the best of our customers and stakeholders alike. Beyond this, we have consciously cultivated a culture of open communication, trust, and collaboration to drive performance. Our recent Great Place to Work certification is a badge of honor that reflects our tireless efforts to build a workplace where our people feel valued, empowered, and motivated to deliver the best. As we stand to live beyond, I am filled with a deep sense of pride and gratitude. I take this opportunity to extend my gratitude to our customers, vendors, and the employees for their resolute trust in us. I wish to thank the regulators, that is RBI and NHB, bankers, investors, and rating agencies for their continued support. I would also like to thank the board for their continued guidance. As we look to the future, I am convinced that we will continue to thrive with renewed vigor, vision, and steadfast commitment. Our journey is not just about financial growth, it's about making a meaningful impact on the lives of millions of people across India. Thank you. Now I would request the chairman to take up the resolutions as set forth in the notice.
Thank you, Kosgiji. We will now take up the resolution set forth in the notice of the 36th Annual General Meeting. I request the Company Secretary to take us through the business that have been placed for the consideration of the members through remote e-voting and e-voting during the meeting.
Thank you, sir. I would like to take up all the business items, resolutions, as set forth in the notice of the AGM. There were 9 agenda items listed in the notice of AGM dated June 18, 2024. Then, due to subsequent developments, we had to withdraw our agenda item number 2, and the company had issued an addendum on August 1st, 2024. Hence, there are 8 agenda items for the consideration of members. Agenda item numbers 3 to 9 of the notice dated June 18, 2024 shall be read as agenda numbers 2 to 8. While presenting the agenda items, I would be providing the page numbers of the original notice for the reference of members. Agenda item number 1 is for adoption of audited standalone and consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended March 31st, 2024, together with reports of the directors and auditors thereon, which is an ordinary resolution. The complete financial statements, standalone and consolidated, with all annexures thereto, the report of directors and auditors report are already provided to the members in the annual report circulated on July 17, 2024, and copies are made available on the website of the company, NSDL, NSE and BSE, and made available for inspection at the registered office of the company. Agenda item number 2 of the notice dated June 18, 2024 stands withdrawn, and hence agenda number 2 after issue of addendum is for reappointment of Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain as a non-executive nominee director who retires by rotation at the meeting and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. This proposal is as per the requirement under section 152 of the Companies Act 2013. Brief profile and all the relevant particulars of Mr. Dilip Kumar Jain are provided in the explanatory statement at page numbers 20 to 22 of the notice and page number 43 of the annual report. The board has recommended for passing of this resolution. Agenda item number 3 for appointment of Mrs. CNK and Associates LLP, and agenda item number 4 for appointment of Mrs. MM Nissim and Company LLP as joint statutory auditors of the company, both requiring ordinary resolutions. The term of the present joint statutory auditors will come to an end on the conclusion of this AGM. In terms of the RBI guidelines and the company's policy for appointment of statutory auditors, after following the due procedure, the board has recommended to the members for appointment of Mrs. CNK Associates LLP and Mrs. MM Nissim and Company LLP as joint statutory auditors of the company for a period of 3 years from the conclusion of this meeting until the conclusion of the 39th AGM of the company to be held in the year 2027. Disclosures under Regulation 36(5) of the SEBI listing regulations in respect of these two proposals are provided in page number 14 and 15 of the explanatory statement forming part of the AGM notice. The board has recommended for passing of these two resolutions. Agenda item number 5 for material related party transactions with Punjab National Bank requiring ordinary resolutions. The company enters into various types of banking transactions with Punjab National Bank in the ordinary course of business, which are disclosed in the notes forming part of the financial statements. The transactions are expected to exceed the threshold limits prescribed under Section 188 of the Act and Regulation 23 of the listing regulations and qualify as material related party transactions. Accordingly, the company has recommended to the members for approval and for giving further authorization to the board and committees for carrying out and continuing with the arrangements and transactions with PNB as detailed in the explanatory statement at page numbers 15 and 16 of the notice. The board has recommended for passing this resolution. Agenda item number 6 for material related party transactions with PNB Guilds Limited as an ordinary resolution. Punjab National Bank is the promoter of PNB Guilds Limited, hence a related party of the company. The company enters into transactions of sale and purchase of securities and services for maintaining SGL account with PNB Guilds Limited. Details of transactions are disclosed in the notes forming part of the financial statements. The transactions are expected to exceed the threshold limits prescribed under Section 188 of the Act and Regulation 23 of the listing regulations and qualify as material related party transactions. Accordingly, the company has recommended to the members for approval and for giving further authorization to the board and the committee for carrying out and continuing with the arrangements and transactions with PNB Guilds Limited as detailed in the explanatory statement at page number 16 and 17 of the notice. So the board has recommended for this passing of this resolution. The details of related party transactions pursuant to Regulation 23 of the SEBI listing regulations are provided in Annexure 2 of the notice at page numbers 23 and 24 of the notice. The board has recommended for passing of this resolution. Agenda item number 7, seeking approval for offer or invitation for subscription of non-convertible debentures or bonds, secured or unsecured, of any nature up to an amount not exceeding rupees 10,000 crore on private placement by way of a special resolution. The company intends to raise long-term funds through non-convertible debentures in the current year to meet its lending requirements and also to meet the regulatory requirements as a large corporate. It is therefore recommended that the shareholders authorize the Board of Directors to borrow money through NCDs up to Rs 10,000 crore through private placement from time to time in one or more tranches up to the conclusion of 37th Annual General Meeting of the company. This borrowing will be within the overall borrowing limits approved by the members of the company. Complete particulars of the proposal, nature of transactions, and other related details are provided in page numbers 17 and 18 of the explanatory statement forming part of the notice. Agenda item number 8 is for appointment of Mr. Neeraj Madan Vyas as an independent director. Mr. Neeraj Vyas, who is liable to retire by rotation, has been determined to be a fit and proper candidate for appointment as an independent director, and the proposal has been recommended by the board to the members for his appointment as an independent director for a term of 3 years, commencing from the date of this meeting until the conclusion of the AGM of the company for the financial year 2026-27. Mr. Neeraj Vyas is qualified for appointment as an independent director in terms of Section 149 of the Companies Act 2013 and Regulation 16(1)(b) of the SEBI listing regulations. Complete particulars of Mr. Neeraj Vyas are provided in Annexure 1 at page numbers 20 to 22 of the notice. Approvals for all the resolutions 1 to 8 are very important for the company to carry on its business smoothly during the year and up to the next annual general meeting. Hence, we request for support from the members and request the members who have not yet voted to cast their votes today before closure of the voting window. Members can use the e-voting platform provided by NSDL and click on Vote tab on the video conference screen to avail the e-voting facility. E-voting is now active. It will remain active till 30 minutes after the conclusion of the meeting. Thank you.